Are you his wife?
Not yet. Am I?
Hmm? Ah. Have we met before? I know you, don't I? Do you act?
Yes. We both do, don't we?
Well, we know who you are, though, don't we?
Didn't you think it was too well received?
I'm sorry, what?
Soldiers and Spurs. I mean, for the content. I mean, wasn't it really a good, hard-hitting play that should have caused a bit more fuss?
Was it?
Wasn't it?
Shouldn't it have been?
Didn't you like it?
Wasn't it a good play, rather badly directed?
Was it?
But didn't you think so?
Dear, are we saying the wrong thing?
No, I don't think you are you? Aren't you entitled to say what you think?
Are you hoping for some coffee?
Aren't we having lunch?
Will you settle for wine?
Where's Gordon?
Well, Gordon now.
Oh, is it?
Why is it there?
Didn't you see it?
Marvellous to see you. Are you glad to see us?
Didn't we ask you?
But won't you never be able to forgive Tom?
Why? Have you brought the children?
Did you want us to? How are you, Kate?
Is it safe to come out now? They're not hidden anywhere, are they?
Oh, wouldn't they love it here?
Playing croquet. I mean, you playing croquet? You don't know how to play croquet, do you?
Do you?
Do I?
Where do you think I should work?
You mean here?
Which room takes your fancy?
Would you trust me to tell you?
Wouldn't you tell me the truth?
Don't you think I would? Doesn't it depend on what you're writing?
Does it with you?
What do you mean?
Well, you have different rooms for different things, now that you've got the room.
You always found it difficult to settle. Does that mean I've won?
Did you cheat?
Would you have noticed?
Where are all these people that are supposed to be coming?
What people, Mrs. Field?
Have I come on a wild goose chase?
Aren't you glad to see Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence again?
What am I supposed to say to that?
Well, you could try how the children.
What would I be saying that for?
Now, look, why are all these planks leaning up against the door?
You would ask that, wouldn't you?
Well, Jenny, how are you?
Hello, Wilfred. Mabel tells me you're working.
How's Tom?
How's Winifred?
Who?
Oh, I gather by that you'd rather I didn't ask.
Can I take that for you? Is he in the garden?
Hasn't he changed?
Hasn't he?
Have you met the lovers? Before?
Before?
Before they came down? Are they anybody's friends?
Mine? Isn't there something sad about being in love at 40?
Can you remember?
Have you had your menopause?
Eh?
Mabel,
Ben,
is there anything I can do to help?
can you carry those bottles?
Is this, Is this a good opportunity to talk to you?
Where's Angela?
What's come between us?
Where?
Is it Angela?
Is it?
Will you speak to Gordon about not making such snide remarks?
Are you staying tonight?
Oh, can we?
Wouldn't you rather avoid the rush?
Is there going to be a rush?
Isn't there always a rush back on Mondays?
Is there any reason why we should hurry back on Saturday?
Aren't you bored? Nothing to do but hold hands.
Are we boring?
Are you bored?
Ah.
Is that good?
Don't you know?
Have you played before?
Can't you tell?
Got any further advice?
Yes. Can you clear him off the lawn?
Hey, she can't do that.
House rules.
It's my house.
Will you hair after me if I do, Gordon?
Well, doesn't that depend on how far you hit me?
Can I go now?
Do you think you could wait your turn?
Is there a good reason why I always seem to be waiting for her?
Aren't you after her?
Am I after her, Gordon?
Aren't I after her?
Aren't we all?
Should I be?
Shall I go now?
Are you winning?
Are we winning?
Do you think I'm a loser?
Do you think you could keep your mind on the game? Did that give you satisfaction?
Didn't you hear me laugh when your ball went at least a mile?
Are you aware that I own the bat and the ball?
And the lawn, eh? Angela, do you know your own strength?
Am I strong?
You know you are.
How many children have you had?
Me?
Is that a sexist remark?
I would say it was. Wouldn't you?
Me?
Don't you find that in most cases, comprehension outstrips command?
Me?
Can't you keep up?
I'm winning, aren't I?
Is he?
Is it important?
Can't you see that it is?
Can I go now?
Where?
Oh, is this a private game or can anybody? Oh,
Why don't you blame your partner?
do I have one?
Aren't I your partner?
Oh, would anybody notice if I didn't bother?
I don't think so, do you?
Who does she think she is?
Would you like some more wine?
Are you trying to be funny?
Is there a good reason for speaking to my daughter like that?
Yes, there bloody well is.
What?
Can't think of it now.
Oh, come on, Jenny. It's your turn.
We have actually won.
Have you?
Oh, how clever. Weren't you clever? Come on. Me now.
If they've won,
You still have to go round.
I don't see why.
No, neither do I.
Come on, I want a game. I challenge the winners. Me and Kate.
What about me?
You're the winner. You and Tom, me and Kate. I always win at croquet.
I expect you cheat.
Don't? I don't.
But Daddy does.
Yes, I do.
Why didn't you win then?
Ah, story of my life, isn't it?
Is he all right?
No, he isn't.
What's wrong with him? He's walking into that stuff as if... Is this the last we see of Gordon Maple alive? Snakes?
Nettles.
Ah, little love. How many times is it they go down before they drown? Gordon, wait! I'm coming to rescue you. Hang on, tread water. Are you coming, Wilfred?
I can't swim.
Of course you can. Oh, but if you are coming, we'll need another bottle or so. Gordon, drop the typewriter. You'll go under. Jettison the typewriter. And 2 glasses and the corkscrew.
I've got a corkscrew.
Oh, of course you have.
Well, that's the last we'll see of them for today.
Well, at least we know where they are.
They won't be there long once the midges get at 'em. Mark my words, there'll be bumps all over before the day is out.
It's not looking at me. It's looking at you. Why don't you keep it locked up where it can't spoil your weekend?
I am behind with my work.
Ah. It's nasty. Should we not have come? Well, this is a good time, well, as good a time as any, to tell you that we are not, as it were, stopping.
Why? Where are you going?
This is all marvellous, you know. I think you were very lucky to get it. We were down here, actually, last weekend. Thought I'd better tell you. You know, you're bound to hear. Friends. Lord Ipswell. Well, lives across the road from us, in the village. Well, Highgate called it a village. The way we used to call Clifton a village when we lived in Bristol. Isn't really. Part of Bristol. How much did you pay for it, the house?
More than we could afford.
Ah, Wilfred.
I see.
You're looking well, Wilfred.
Oh, thank you.
Found something to do, have you?
Yeah. Dad, look, what about the barn?
No, I couldn't possibly work in the barn.
No, not you, me. I've got plans for the barn.
How's the film industry?
Hey, have you noticed how he's up together?
It's a nice suit.
You know who paid for that suit?
You.
Oh, Dad, don't go on.
Me and you and the taxpayers of England.
Oh, Gordon, you mustn't go on like this. You really mustn't.
That suit was paid for by Art Council's money.
Eh?
Well, not necessarily. Anyway, why not?
Has he got a grant?
No, it's subsidised.
Subsidised?
Of course, always was.
Oh, you can afford it. Anyway, what a fine young man he's turned out to be. Like that review of yours in Time Out, Wilfred. Well, I assume it was yours. Only one Wilfred Mabel, I thought.
Who does she think she is? No more than a pair of Brussels sprouts anyway.
Ah, Mrs. Field, thereby hangs a tale.
Didn't know it hangs either. She'll regret it in later years when she tries to stand up straight and can't.
Reading plays for the Royal Shakespeare Company now.
Is he? As well?
Well, I wasn't going to tell you, Dad, until...
I should think not, indeed.
Well, I mentioned your play, Tortoise.
Ah, yes. That's what got me thinking it must be you.
Critics other than the viper in the nest of my family mention my plays. I thought you wanted to make films, do things. Not write things about things other people do or read things other people do. What kind of a life is that? All the time you wanted to be an actor. That was bad enough, but well suited to be an actor. Dim, used to a life of luxury. Never read plays when you wanted to be an actor.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be that... Well, I didn't want to be that sort of actor, I seem to remember. When I wanted to be an actor.
Did you want to be an actor, Wilf?
What other sort of actor is there?
What sort of actor is this, Gordon?
Have you ever met an actor who could read?
I always wanted to be an actor.
You can read, I assume.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, you didn't get very far with the acting then, did you?
No, but then I only wanted to be a star.
That's the kind of actor Wilfred wanted it to be.
Oh, no, Dad, that's unfair. Well, anyway, it only lasted a week. Well, I was young then. Now look, about the barn.
What about the barn?
Are you them any good?
Of course they're not. They're not good.
You get many plays into you, young Wilf? Sent in, on the off chance? You know, what are we going to do next week, now that Gordon Maple has let us down?
Hundreds.
How many hundreds?
Oh, well, there's a backlog of about, what, 700 or 800.
Is there?
800? What are they like?
800.
Well, you've got to read them all, you see, because, well, any one of them might turn out to be another Edward Bond.
Is that what you're looking for?
What for? We've got one.
Oh, you know.
Well, I must say, it's very nice to see you settled, Wilfred.
He's got a little office. Got a little office which is devoted to looking for a new Edward Bond.
Yes.
Would you know one if you saw one?
No, I'm not alone, Dad.
Oh, good, I'm glad you're not alone. How many of you are there looking for this new Edward Bond?
Well, everyone's looking for another one, aren't they?
Tom, do you get the feeling that we may be being overlooked?
I don't know. I get mine on.
Well, you watch out, because someone, somewhere, some reformed delinquent in a new suit in a little office is about to find a new one of you.
Oh, no, there couldn't be another one of you, Dad, could there?
You do well to remember that.
What about George Hornby?
Eh?
Oh, yeah. Well, George is a bit, I suppose. No, he's more of a poet, isn't he?
Is he? Who said?
He's doing one for us.
Of course he is. One what?
A play. He's writing one for us.
He's writing one for everybody. They've all got him on their list. Our mutual agent loves him. Can't talk of anything else. Every day, George Hornbeam this, George Hornbeam that. Asked me if I wanted to have dinner with him. Oh, eh? It's likely, isn't it?
I am going to change my half of our agent.
You are?
Yes.
Gordon!
Shh!
Oh,
Get out!
oh.
Go!
Gordon, is there any more wine?
Drinking me out of house and home. I've had to have a lock put on the cellar door. Every weekend since we've been down here. Now, he's all right, really.
Aha. She's all right.
Are there a lot of her in London?
What do you mean?
Well, you know. No clothes on, you know.
Oh, yes.
We're not used to it in the country, you know.
Why not? They're doing it in Bristol before you left.
Were they? Where?
At my parties.
You never had any parties.
Yes, I did. You wouldn't come to them.
Oh, I don't want to talk to your friends. They're all sycophants.
Why is it that anybody who likes my work is called a sycophant, and anybody who likes your work, well, what do you call them?
Discerning chums. They've gone to ground.
Who?
The lovers. He clutched her and they fell to the ground. Just over there. About 6 o'clock, base of small tree.
So?
They might be at it.
At it? Oh, what have you become?
Wilf, get a bucket of water, lad. Crawl, lad, crawl. Leopard crawl, like we learned in the army.
I was in the RAF.
Yes, I know. You better leave this to me.
You can't do this.
Yes, I can. They're my quite extensive grounds. He's supposed to come down every now and again and help me keep it down. Through the lawns. Has to go and fall in love, doesn't he? Haven't had a stroke of work out of him. Ludicrous falling in love at 40. Talking of getting married.
No, they don't do that in London.
No, get down, lad. On all fours. Crawl, lad. Crawl. That's it. There you are. Right, on. Off you go. Go on, Wilf. Faster. Go on, Wilf. Bucket of water. That'll teach them to bring on my menopause.
But her clothes weren't wet.
She wasn't wearing any.
They weren't.
Oh, no, not entirely. But, I mean, if I hadn't...
Oh, Mrs. Field enjoyed herself. She hated everybody.
Yeah, everybody's still up. Wilfred's still in the barn. Listen to Kate. Those ridiculous planks.
Yes, well, everybody's got to do everything for themselves here.
Yes. What's he doing in the barn?
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned it to you.
No.
Ah, you're not going to like it.
No, I don't expect I am.
Gordon, where are you going wrapped up in that coverlet?
I'm going to get Kate out of those 2 rooms.
Oh, Gordon? Gordon, what's in the bed?
Ah, that's where it is.
Gordon! I am not sleeping with a typewriter. Gordon, I'm going to kick it.
You heard that? It'll never speak to you again. And what is more, it'll never speak to me again. All right, go on, kick it. Kick it.
No, I won't. You remove it. You remove it, or I'll tell you something very nasty.
I'm sorry, it stays where it is until I am given priority, until I am given a room in which I can work.
Very well. Very well. You know how much you paid for this house and how you spent all your income tax money.
I'll remove it.
Too late.
Yes, it's gone,
Too late.
it's gone,
Well,
it's gone.
you know that lovely white lodge house that you admired, couldn't afford, admired on the Ipswell estate?
Tom Lawrence knows him. At least I'm not sure that he does.
He does. They've got it. On an improving lease for an indefinite period at a peppercorn rent.
Who?
The Lawrences, Tom and Jenny, for weekends. £2.10 a week.
But this cost me thousands. How many acres has he got?
12.
I've only got 4.
12.
He'll never be able to look after 12 acres. He doesn't know a tree from his... He calls cow parsley stuff.
They won't need to. The estate will keep it up for them.
Staff?
That's why he wouldn't have dinner with us tonight. They're over at Ipswell, Marsley.
I see. Oh, we were getting on so well together. I invited them down for the next weekend.
Oh, they'll come.
Hey, doesn't it echo?
What?
This house with only us in it.
Yes. You turn the lights off in the barn.
Yes.
I don't trust you, all this change. You're up to something.
Oh, no, I'm not. Hey, look, did Mum tell you about the barn? What? Well, look, it'd make a marvellous little theatre. Well, I thought I could get a grant, you know? Well, find some new writers in a position to now, you see. Well, what do you think?
I don't like theatres.
Oh.
I'm looking for a room in which to finish my story of the last days of Adolf Hitler for a pittance. I'm beginning to like the man.
Yeah, well, good night. Oh, you haven't said anything to him?
No.
Well, it'd make a marvellous little theatre.
Wilfred, I want you to be very kind to your father. He's going through a bad patch.
Yeah, well, he's at it then.
Oh, good boy. He's going to try and get it done. He'll work all night, I expect.
Where's Daddy?
He's working, darling.
Well, I've been looking for him and he's not in the ballroom or anywhere. I can hear him under my feet.
Of course. The cellar? Where else to write the last days of Hitler? Yeah!
Interior Führerbunker, night. Enter Hitler. Enter Hitler. I mean, really.
Gordon, aren't you going to get cold?
Ah, there you are. I write it down. Enter Hitler, I write. And there you are.